They were my best friends growing up.
From Black Can.
I didn't want to leave the hotel. I was scared too.
Meanwhile, you back, it smelled like straight horse booty, bro. That's crazy. That was Welcome to Tabletop Topics. I'm your host, Jeff.
And of course, Jeff. Guys, if you want to catch our episodes on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Deezer, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, and Amazon Music. And if you want to catch our ugly mugs on Wednesdays and Fridays, we are on YouTube, one word, Tabletop Topics. We have our Triple T's Clip channel and our TikTok channels where you can click on the links. It'll send you directly to our full YouTube page, where you, where you can watch the full length of the podcast and let us know what you think. There's timestamps now. We just released
Exception,
not the rule. We released Exception, Not the Rule. Yes, a little bit late, but some technical difficulties, but we got it through, right? Right?
It's my fault.
It's my fault. It's all right.
We're not blaming you, Jeff.
It's all right, though. It's all right.
Nope.
I accept full responsibility. It's my fault.
It's out now, so take a check that out. Of course, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave us any comments on anything that you want us to specifically talk about. And yeah, we're getting there.
Let's jump into it.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Jeff.
Yes, sir.
What you got on your mind, man?
Me? Well, you know, I was going into work today, and you know, was having normal powwows and conversations with people, right. and something just dawned through my mind because I was driving to work.
You see a deer, bro?
No deer, bro. No deer, bro.
No, go ahead.
And I'm not gonna mention any names or
keep it confidential.
Potential or whether that person was male or female, but someone gave me a call today, and they texted me last night, but we were sleeping, and they said, "Can I call you?" But I didn't receive the message till the morning, so I got the message in the morning. Called that person driving to work. I said it's a perfect time. You called me at a perfect time.
I got a long drive.
Driving to work. Gave that said person advice on what they can do in the situation that they're in, and the fact that the person that was causing them mental harm was the main benefactor that this person had to get rid of in their lives.
Right.
And if that person did that, then they would be better off. And the fact that this person is still on the phone but blocked means you haven't broke up with that person.
Right.
You're still in
there.
Communications.
Right.
So after I had a conversation with said person, I literally told them that I literally gave them the advice on what to do and how you can do it. And if this person is affecting your life to that detriment, then you need to go get counseling. That was the first thing that was the first thing I advised that person. And this was like old coworker, left. We all separated from the old store we were at, but still is in contact with said person. And after 2-3 months, they called me, and
that's cool that you're someone that
everyone can call.
Yeah, that's awesome.
After 2-3 months, they called me, and it was the same situation, and the main benefactor of that situation was the same person that they were dealing with.
The same.
Yeah,
sure. I feel it.
So after that conversation, I just went upstairs. I was just and it was like, do I have an expectation or obligation to help everybody, or is this something that I want to do?
Remember, I asked you that question.
Yes.
In the pilot.
Yes.
That was the first question I asked you.
You did. You said, "Is this something that
you want to do?
You want to do?
You
is
feel
it
like you're expected to do it?"
And for me, it's and that answer still hasn't changed since the last year when I asked you that question. It's something that I want to do, but I don't want to be put in that position where somebody says, this is what you're made to do.
Right.
I would say in a different universe where I am a pastor or a call to arms to come, but in here I'm more free, and where I see the problem is where I gravitate towards it,
Right.
and try to give them as much as I can, with any said situation.
Right.
Sometimes it just, I don't like being put in that position, and it's not like it's uncomfortable. It's just, I don't want to be told that this
You have to do this.
I
now.
have to do this.
You have to do
Yeah,
this.
like
now.
the reason why you exist is because this is what they want. This is what they
Right.
the universe wants you. No, that's not how I want to
It
look
goes
at
against my free will.
it. Exactly.
And
So,
and
go ahead.
sorry to cut you off,
No,
but
you're
it's
good.
like it kind of reminds me of like what you told me, where it was just like, I understand, like when you say everyone has a purpose and everyone's meant to do something
Mm-hmm.
that they are willing
Yes.
to do.
Do something that you want
to do,
not something that everybody else wants you.
expects you.
Yeah,
to
or
do.
expects you. To
And it's like I can do things without the label.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like I can help people without being labeled, you know, I'm not gonna say savior, but like something
That's
along
what
the
along the lines of
right.
that.
You know, understand what I'm saying? It's like I still want to be the person I am. That is just a part of who I am.
Who
of
you
the whole version of
are.
me, not what I am.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This part of me isn't who I am in totality. I am other things. I still get angry. I can hold grudges. I still have emotions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I can look past that and understand why I feel these certain types of feelings and stuff like that. And then I can use that knowledge and self-understanding to help other people, you know.
Yeah, and also grow with myself.
Right,
mentally,
and grow with exactly.
mentally,
You see what I'm saying?
and spiritually.
But
yeah.
the act of me helping people does not define what I should be doing.
And I think that's one of the biggest issues with me. Like I'll joke around and I'll say I'm publicist therapist, but then you'll get from other people like, oh, you should have been a pastor, you should have been a counselor, or you should have been
Right.
a therapist. And I'm like, that's not what I wanted
That's
to
not
do.
what you want to do.
I am, like I said, I am a free thinker. Every human being.
Sorry about that.
No,
sir.
no, you're good. No, every human being deserves an opportunity for somebody to listen, and it's amazing when I just sit down and listen how open people become, like just the store that I'm at, because I'm the floating assistant now. Just the store that I'm at. So many people have come to me and said, I don't say this to anybody. You're the first person. I've even gotten a, this is weird because I never tell anybody how I'm feeling. And this is the first time I'm feeling this way.
Right.
And the first thing that they'll say, and they'll never say to me, oh, don't say anything to anybody, because they just look at me and say, he's not gonna
I'm
say.
not gonna like who
He's
I
not.
need to tell.
What I say is gonna stay confidential and
right.
with him.
Right.
So it was like perfect example when I was at lunch and I was just sitting down, and I had this young college student that lives with her grandmother, and I'm not gonna say her name, but she lives with her grandmother, and she was just explaining to me everything that was going on in her life, and how she's mentally trying to stay strong to get through not just school, but her dad, the loss of her mother, leaving Texas, all that stuff like that. And when Trishawn walked in, she's literally like, "You're doing it again, aren't you, Jeff?" And I started smiling. I said, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I'm joking. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. And she just goes ahead and tells the girl, listen to this man. He will listen to what is going on in your life. He'll give you some good advice. Whatever advice he gives you, try to take it as well as you can. He's not, and I always tell everybody this, I'm not a therapist.
Word.
Don't quote anything I say.
Right.
All I can do is give you advice
Based
but
on my experience.
based on my experiences or what I've heard.
Right.
But I cannot. But don't take my advice as if I'm.
It's not a fix all. It's not a bandage for everything.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
And it doesn't apply to everyone.
Exactly. Because what I might be saying might be wrong.
Right. For
But
whatever
So,
situation.
yeah, that's why I would
Right.
say take what I say with a grain of salt, or or if I've experienced it, or if somebody told me they've experienced it, I'll give that experience to them and say, try to approach the situation differently, but don't take what I say as if I am a professional.
It's not
that
scripture.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's not written.
It's not.
It's not written. It's
yeah.
it's like I don't drink wine, but because so many people tell me what the flavor of the wine tastes like,
You can
with a specific
right.
food,
You
or
can pass on that knowledge.
and
You know what I'm saying?
everyone's like, have you tasted this wine before? No, but I can tell you from the experiences of the customers
Mhm.
what it would go well with and what it will taste like. So I would suggest, because they would ask me, what would you suggest? And I say, take this wine bottle. And I say, if it tastes like crap or if it's bad, you can come and slap me as a joke. But then they'll come back and like, oh my God, the bottle of wine you suggested was phenomenal. Blah blah blah. It went well with this, that, and this. And that's what it is. I just take everything that I've learned throughout my life and experiences from other people, and then I try to help them in a certain way. Because again, too, I treat everybody as human, which is why
Kindness.
yeah, exactly. Which is why it was weird when I was talking to one of the associates. The first thing she said to me when I got to that store, she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry that I'm ignoring you. It's just weird because no manager ever comes up to me unless they want something." I said, "What do you mean?" She's like, you're the first manager I've ever met that actually talks to me."
Wow.
I said, "Damn." I said, "Well, I'm not like every other manager."
Damn. That's
Exactly. And now this person says hi to me
That's tough,
every
bro.
single time this person sees me.
Now imagine if more people were talking to each other.
Exactly.
You see what I'm
I think
saying?
that's I think exactly.
It's like, why? Just come on.
Exactly.
You got to put the communication back in community.
Exactly. And I think that's
you
what
know
it
what I'm
is.
saying? Like,
You got to put the fam back in family.
you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta. That's what it's about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, we can't solve problems if no one's opening their mouth. If no one's trying to listen. If
Well,
no one's trying to understand.
I think a lot of people in general just forget that
Mhm.
we go to work, yes,
Mhm.
but we're not robots.
Right.
So why are we
Right.
being treated as such?
Hey, man.
You see, and I've noticed this, and I'm gonna give you a personal example because I always tell you I observe things. When they will scold the people that work hard, but not say anything to those who don't. If you go outside and take a smoke break, they don't tell you shit. If I go outside and stand there, why aren't you doing anything?
Word.
So I have to literally verbally say, I'm taking a smoke break in order for me to stand outside.
That's wild.
You see what I'm saying?
That's wild as hell.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I've been observing. So it's like the people that work hard don't want to work anymore because
Right.
they're being treated as such. But the ones that don't work at all, oh, they're like that anyway, so we don't expect them to do what we tell them to do. But you're different. You have to get it done because you're a robot.
That's so weird. It's like that whole reverse punishment thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's so weird.
Exactly.
It was like to punish everyone. So you're gonna punish me by punishing everyone. But it's like
That
at the
doesn't
end
work.
of the, that doesn't
You're
work.
still chilling.
I'm still chilling.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, shoot. Now I could do whatever I want
Yeah.
because I'm not gonna face the consequences.
Exactly.
The person who's expected to,
Unless they're making you physically do it with them, you're not. I mean, essentially, like you're fine.
right?
So, but and it's not even me trying to like boast myself. So it's like every day somebody sees me. Oh hi Jeff. Oh hi Jeff. Everybody knows me by name.
You got good energy.
I literally like.
It's not wrong to like.
It's not, and the
if
thing
you know
is,
you are, bro. Yeah.
my thing is, I don't go in there to like
Right, just
date
like,
everybody or smash
No.
every female
Here.
I see.
See, and I was actually gonna bring this up.
Yeah.
Because I posted this on my story.
Mm-hmm.
It was like repeated. You know how when you go to detention
Yeah.
and they make you write, "I will not," blah blah blah.
Yeah,
million times,
bullshit
right?
amount of times. Yeah.
So I found something similar to that, and I posted on my story. And it's like, it's true as shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you can be kind and still not want to be friends with everyone.
Exactly.
It's like,
I like that quote.
you know, and that was the issue I had a lot, especially like,
When you used to work.
yeah, when I used to work, people would always assume
You're flirting.
I'm flirting. And it's like, no, I'm talking to another person.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that such an abstract idea?
That's well, especially if it's the opposite sex. That's literally
yeah.
the go-to.
That's
so if
so
you're
weird
talking
to
to
me.
a female, especially if they're single, you're automatically flirting.
That
It
blows my mind, dude. It's so weird.
Yeah.
It's like, why is that your base mode?
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't know, man. Like, I get it. The whole men and women can't be friends because there's always feelings. But it's like, for me, I can truly just
separate that.
Yeah, I can separate that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like if I ended up developing feelings, I could communicate that with you. You know what I'm saying?
And you either reciprocate it or you say, "Nah, I only see you as a friend."
Yeah, and
it's not that difficult,
right?
But essentially, if they see you talking with 5 women, they're assuming that you're having
sex. That's so wild to me. That's crazy to me, dude.
That's the go-to.
It's
man.
crazy to me, and it's just like, no, I'm just talking to another
human being.
Mm-hmm. They are an interesting individual. I want to understand them more, and and if we become friends, that's a new experience in my life that I can be like, hey, I remember when I had this experience with you. It was fun. I'll never forget that. You see what I'm saying? And then the personality they bring to that experience is what makes that experience special. But me being kind doesn't mean I have some evil ulterior motive, and I'll never boast my kindness to you. Like, it's just what it is. Like, I understand what
it's not like you're forcing it or just trying
I'm not gonna come to
there's not a goal,
right?
You're not trying to get somewhere with
I'm not gonna rizz you up. I'm not gonna smooth talk you. I'm just gonna say whatever the fuck comes to my head. And if it sounds crazy and you're not fucking with it, all right, peace.
All right, walk away. Yeah, exactly. Keep it moving, keep it pushing.
But it's just like, at the end of the day, I'm not gonna be upset with you. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you're weird.
Okay.
Sorry, I'll go be weird somewhere else.
Yeah.
But, but I'm not gonna dislike you for that. But like, back on point, like, it's just like you're just extending that kindness that you wish was extended to you.
Yeah.
And I feel like with you, you're a personification of that. You see what I'm saying? You're not essentially, a therapist. You are just the person, and this is what, I can't believe I forgot her name. And you know it's why? Because I can't put her name to her face. Because her face doesn't match her name.
Her name. Oh, Brooke.
Brooke. There we go. It's like what Brooke said. Be the person you needed in your life.
And
you see what I'm saying?
So
it's like
to
what
them,
Brooke said. Yeah.
To them, it's like they're talking to themselves.
All right. It's like, be the person you needed in your life. You know what I'm saying? I want to be a reflection of the person that I wish I had with me in my life to help guide me and stuff.
And you're saying that that's what I am, which is why it's so easy for them to communicate with me.
Right.
Because that's the first thing I always get is he's easy to talk to. They don't look at me. They don't look at me as, oh, I'm a guy and I can't tell him shit. Right. They look at it as, you're an easy person to talk to. Like the first thing I always hear is, when you talk, I feel like you are listening. You're not just shaking your head just to hear what you want to hear. Like, you're actually understanding what I'm saying and responding to certain things that I say.
And that's usually like the biggest issue growing up as a child. You know what I'm saying? And even in certain situations, single parent households, 2-parent households, it's just like you're always in a position where there is a form of authority that isn't listening. You know what I'm saying? They hear you, but they don't listen because they're assigning structure to your life.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And if what you are experiencing goes against that structure, it's irrelevant.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because this structure worked for me, so I'm going to put this structure on you. Instead of, okay, how can I help you navigate life easier? You see what I'm saying? Because this is how I navigated life. And these are the consequences and products of the decisions I made.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
And you just got to live with it.
And I got to live with them now. How can you compare your issue or your problem to what I went through, and how we can use the same understanding and how to navigate that problem that I use? And they could be 2 completely different problems.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
No, I agree.
So it's just like, I understand that. Or it's like, I wish I had someone to guide my crazy thoughts. Instead of, you talk too much, you're asking too much, shut up.
Or yeah, shaming
Shaming me.
or making fun of you.
Making fun of me.
Yeah.
I ask a valid question. You make fun of me. And it's like, one, the question isn't answered. And two, now I feel like shit. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So in my mind, I'm like, okay, I'll never be that person.
Yeah.
I'll never be that person. That's why for me, there's never a dumb question.
There's no such. I don't believe there's such thing as.
You see what I'm saying? Because even the wrong question can bring about the right answer.
Yeah.
Because it's like, now you know why you're wrong, and you got the right answer. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, for me, that's why I listen. Because there's logic in everything, no matter how crazy it sounds.
And that's what I always say. I always tell everybody, there's no such thing as a dumb question, because if there was, then you would know the answer to it.
Right. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I have all the answers, but it's like, shit, let's work together. Let's figure out existence. Because I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah.
You're just going off a bunch of rules thousands of fucking ancient people set up.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Year after year, decade after decade, century after century, millennia after millennia, epoch after epoch. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, there's just, like, I get it. I understand. We exist in a societal matrix where it's just like, you know, these are the rules that humanity has survived on.
So we're just going to keep
forever. So,
the old ways.
Like, our reasoning, it's like we have never changed our reasoning. You see what I'm saying? We went through an age of reasoning, but it's like, that's it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And it's just like, why is there no mental growth?
At all.
Why is there no mental growth?
Because not enough people care.
Because not enough people care. But, you know what I'm saying? But it's just like, you know, I understand.
And I think...
I understand.
I think that's why it's hard for a lot of people just not only to go to therapy, but just to be open with people that they trust, even their closest friends or family.
Because the status quo is live with your pain.
Yeah.
By yourself. Suffer by yourself.
And it's like keeping it up here will make you go crazy.
Yeah.
I always say never keep any issues that you have up here. Always verbally talk to it, whether it be with yourself, a personal friend, write it in a journal, therapy, something that can give you an outlet to not keep it in your head and go crazy with it.
Right. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
You know? It's like, what is so hard about supporting people, not doing things for them, but showing them support and that you believe in them. You believe in them because they're still here today.
Yeah. And I always follow up.
You know what I'm saying? You're going through shit, but I see you every day. So that means there's something in you that you believe that keeps you going every single fucking day.
Exactly.
And if you believe in that I believe in that you.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I told the girl at the job. I said something's obviously keeping you going.
Right.
So you literally have.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, have something to prove.
So it's just like believe, like, no matter how shitty something gets, nothing gets infinitely shitty. That's just illogical. Shit just can't get infinitely shitty. You know what I'm saying? Like, historically, shit just gets better.
Yeah.
And then it collapses, and then it just gets better.
Can't go any further down than
you see what I'm saying?
So the only way is up.
How do you know what the other side looks like? You know? The other side is you being happy.
Yeah.
Hang yourself on that idea, that fact that shit, it fucking sucks right now, but I know
it's gonna get better.
It's gonna get better. Because I've only lived 25 years. I've only lived X amount of years. I have so much life left to live.
Yeah.
There's some shit I don't even know. How do I know it's gonna suck?
You don't.
You don't. I have so many more years left. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, for me, no matter how bad a situation gets, it's like, shit, all right, I'll look towards the future.
Because it can only get better from there.
I'll look towards the future.
Like when we were doing the quote of the day, like, you can remember, fall 7 times, get up 8.
Get up 8.
That's what I'm saying. So it doesn't matter how many times you fall, as long as you believe that it's gonna get better, you'll eventually get there.
Right.
Don't give up at 7. because 8 might actually get you up. So no, it's just it's to go full circle with that. It's just the I just don't like, and it's not to say that they're coming from a bad place. It's just to put expectations on me,
Right.
and saying this is my calling.
Don't put me higher than
yeah, this is my calling. This is what I have to do. Like, I understand who I am as a human being, and I want to be able to, as we've been told, free will is to
freely make that decision.
freely make that decision for myself, and
freely help people.
because again, too, everybody is in a not everybody. Everybody likes to put others in a box. I don't want to be. Okay, you're a counselor, so that's all you can
That's
do
all
to
you
help
can do.
people. There's so many other ways of helping people without just being a counselor.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Or you're a pastor, so that's all you
Right.
can. You're just gonna. So that means I'm only limited to helping.
But it's like, if you see me as this, if I'm an example of what you believe I am,
mm-hmm.
use me as an example.
Yeah.
And do that unto others.
Yeah.
Continue that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't come back to me. Continue it. Find the inspiration from someone who's helped you and how they helped you in your life, and do that for someone else. You know what I'm saying?
No, I agree.
That way it's like we don't have this, society doesn't develop this profit complex.
Yeah.
Where it's like this one guy helped us, so he's the only guy that can help us.
Yeah, like they put on Mr. Beast.
Like they did with Mr. Beast.
As soon as the earthquake happened, what did they expect?
Call Mr. Beast.
Yeah, Mr. Beast is gonna help us.
You know,
and
it's
you're
like
putting.
you're bystandering.
Mhm.
Like that's what you're doing. Like, well, shit, we got a Hulk.
Mm-hmm.
We got a Hulk.
Tony Stark will give us
Yeah.
unlimited energy.
We got a Hulk though. You see what I'm saying? Like this should be the Avengers. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
You pull out your trap card at the end,
Not at the beginning.
not at the beginning. Do what you can to help the next person.
Mm-hmm.
And if you reach a point where, damn, I don't know what else to tell this person, ask someone for advice.
Mm-hmm.
Ask someone you trust for advice.
Yep.
What would you do in a situation like this? You see what I'm saying? You don't have to disclose the person's information,
No.
but I'm pretty sure you're smart enough to, you know.
Yeah, just like I did.
Right. You know? But it's like, you don't understand it. It's the whole bystander
Mhm.
effect. Someone else will do it.
Yeah.
Someone else. And that's sad. And that's sad. Because someone ends up being nobody.
Yeah, that's true. But for
Yeah.
me, it's like when when I'm sitting walking, I can read people's faces like that. So it's like, no,
Yeah.
there's something wrong. All right, I gotta say something. That's literally my mindset. Because I said I guarantee nobody else is gonna say it.
Right.
It's like the saying, say hi to as many people as you can because you don't know if that person's gonna go home and kill themselves that day.
Word.
You see what I'm saying? That's my mentality. I don't say hi to every single person because I can't. It's physically
You
impossible.
can't.
It's physically impossible, but that's just an
But
example.
within your scope, the realm of possibility.
Exactly. But
So I'm saying, and it's not like I'm forcing it. Like I'm.
like when I showed one of the associates your art because she was stressing about something, I said, "There's something going on, and you're thinking way too much." And she's like, "I'm thinking way too much." I'm like, "Okay." I said, "Let me show you something." I didn't even say it was your art. I said, "Let me show you something." I said, "What do you think about this art?" She's like, "It's different." I said, "Okay. What do you see? How can you describe this art to me?" I showed the piece that you created that you released 2 days ago.
The newest one.
Yeah, the newest one. I said, "What do you see when you see this art?" She's like, "I see an eye and I see hands." And I said, "How would you interpret this?" Is what I told her. I said, "How would you interpret this?" So she kind of broke it down to me. And she's like, "Is this the art page that you follow?" I said, "I do." She's like, "Who's the artist?" I said, "My brother." She's like, "You're fucking lying." I said, "No, yeah, it's my brother." I say he's an outside the box thinker, and whatever he imagines, he creates through this digital art. And even Mark was asking me about it too. He's like, "How does your brother do all this?" But that's what I'm saying. So
I separate the time. Like for me, I don't know. For me, when I go on autopilot, time is running forever in my brain, bro.
yeah. So I after that she backed out from that specific art piece, and then she just started scrolling through my phone
Really?
on the page. Yeah. She was looking at every single artwork that you did. She's like, I like this one, I like that one. She likes the one where uh, the person's on the floaty on top of the building, but you're looking up and
Oh,
down at
you're talking
you're
about.
looking up and down at the same time.
Wow, how I forget the name of my own piece.
Because you draw so many.
That's crazy. How I
You draw
forget the
so many.
name of my own piece,
Yeah.
bro.
So
That's crazy.
so she was looking at the art because it was like inverse. Like you're literally looking up, but they're on top of
Drifter.
Drifter. Yeah.
Word. I
So
feel it.
after that, she finished making her soup, her ramen noodle soup,
Ramen.
ramen.
Yeah,
And
that. Maruchan or top ramen?
she got top ramen.
Okay. Alright,
So
okay.
she finished making it, left, and forgot her phone. And I said, "Wait, how do you feel now?" She's like, "Way better now that I saw the art." And I said, "Exactly.
Word.
That's what the art does.
I feel it.
It makes you stop stressing, think outside the box, look
Escape.
at a different, and
Yeah.
escape to a different reality.
Get out.
That's it. That's what it
You know
is.
what I'm saying?
So it's like things like that, man. And it's not something I am obligated to do. It's something, like I said, my answer is never gonna change. I want to.
You
do
want to do it.
exactly,
You see what
but
I'm
to
saying?
put that expectation and say that
You can
oh,
be kind and
yeah.
not be friends, and still
Be-
not be friends with everyone.
exactly, because
It's that easy.
yeah, it's that easy. Like I said, when I look at them, I can read a person's face, and I'll either say, "When you're ready to talk, come find me," or "I'll give you your space." Blah blah blah. They'll come back 10, 15 minutes later and just start talking to me.
That's fire. That's fire. I like that, man.
Yeah.
I like that.
So it's like,
Because it's like, that gives me. Go ahead.
no, go ahead.
It's like when someone comes back to talking, it's like, yay. I can tell you everything that I know.
Yeah.
I'm interesting enough to you to tell you everything that I know.
Yeah,
And
but
some
you
of
also
it
have
might
your
not
side,
make
too.
sense to you, but shit, you're listening.
But
That's
you also
fire.
have your side too. Like you'll say people come and have conversations with you because they look at you and they say, "Oh, I trust this guy."
I feel
I mean, you get the same scenarios that I do too. And it's like it's not even like you go up to them; they always come up to
Right.
you.
Because it's like, I'll listen, man. I know this shit fucking sucks,
Yeah.
bro. This shit sucks. You know what I'm saying? But it's like,
there's always an end game.
if I could make it better, if I can make it suck less, pause.
Fantastic!
Oh,
I love
man.
it.
You know, like,
Yeah,
if I could just take a grain of salt off the burden of your shoulders.
yeah.
Shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's better than nobody
Right.
not doing anything
Right.
at all.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I could take a gram of weight off of your fucking burden, you know, by doing the most that I can to help you within my capabilities and powers.
Yeah.
And right now it's like, I can't necessarily financially help you, but
No. Yeah, but that's the goal eventually.
you know, like, I want to invest in people.
But if
I want to invest in people who really believe in
themselves.
themselves and what they want to do. You know, yeah, it's gonna be for, like, you know, I want to make money and get out of, you know, certain situation.
Mhm.
Absolutely, that's always the benefit to that.
But to give back is the goal.
But it's just like, they will affect the community with whatever they're doing.
Yep.
You know, whether it's putting a city on a map, you know, whether it's opening up a restaurant, you know, to feed the locals,
Mhm.
whether it's opening up a church, you know, for people who are looking for guidance through faith,
Yeah.
whether it's, you know, like, building affordable housing for people
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Like, that's the shit I want to do,
Mhm.
you know? And it has to start somewhere. And it starts with your words. You know what I'm saying? You speak what you believe. And
it's-
people don't realize that. That's
Yeah.
why I can always spot a bullshitter.
Yeah, we talked about that
I
yesterday.
can always spot a bullshit. And that's fine. If you feel that you have to bullshit me, I'll accept you and all your bullshit until you're comfortable enough to be honest with
Awesome, man.
me. You
But
know?
just understand that I already know that.
But I
you're
already know.
bullshitting. Yeah.
You know? I already know. And I'm not going to hate you for that. It's just like, it's okay. It's just because for me, like, why I need a life for? What I need a life for? But I can understand why.
What comes with lying?
Because I've been in that situation where it's like, I've lied. And it's like, I forgot the lie.
Mm-hmm.
And
The lies change.
at the end of the day, you end up looking foolish. You're the one who looks like a fool, and people trust you less.
The lie evolves. The lie
Right.
changes. You got to remember who you told the lie to.
Right.
That's why I always say it's easier just to tell the truth and just move on.
And just keep going.
Even if they
and
can
deal
accept,
with the consequences.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Whether they accept it or not, it's
Right.
easier because then you're just gonna have to keep.
That
groping
person
in
has
it.
their own
Yeah.
autonomy. If you wrong someone or you do something, outside of your character, and it's like you can't make them react the way you want them to, because they're their own independent person, and you have to accept their response. And if they ever end up forgiving you or not for anything that you've done,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? But it's just like, just understand. Like, I don't understand how people don't understand. All you got to do is understand. That's it. That's it. Just understand.
Life will be so much easier,
Right. You know?
but
Everyone's going to have a sob story.
mm-hmm.
That's a fact.
But the question is, what do you do with it?
Exactly.
How do you reach the end of the road?
I know that. I understand it's hard.
Yeah.
I understand that it's hard. I could probably never imagine being in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been in a tough situation, and your situation sounds worse than mine. So I will sympathize. I can't empathize, but I will deeply sympathize with you because I know I can't fathom being in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
So I can understand that it's worse than any other situation I've been in. So that's where I'm going to start.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? And I'll do everything that I can, whether it's information that I've acquired, knowledge I've acquired, people that I've met, people who've told me similar situations they've been in and how they got out of it. You know what I'm saying? I pass that knowledge on, It was a quote that Graydon Squared said. I'll remember it later. What was like, knowledge should be passed by the teachers and not hoarded by the preachers.
Oh wow!
You see what I'm saying?
How do you interpret that?
So essentially, the teachers should. That's what they do. They teach.
Yeah, exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
You absorb the information.
But those who relay that information, the preachers, hold that information for themselves.
And they're telling you to figure it out.
Right.
I got you.
You see what I'm saying? They're telling you to figure it out when it's like someone taught them.
Mm-hmm.
Someone taught me this, but now I'm going to tell you to figure it out.
That makes sense.
You see how crazy that is?
Yeah. Because then they're gonna say, oh yeah, your interpretations
Right.
are different.
Do
But
you see-
what was interpreted to you when
right.
you learned it?
You see how crazy that is?
Yeah.
I was taught something that changed my life, so you need to figure it out. That's crazy to me.
Yeah.
That's
Which is why I'm
crazy to me.
surprised. Which I'm pretty sure it happens, but I've never seen or heard somebody say, okay, what does that mean, pastor or preacher?
Right.
What does that mean? Oh,
Right.
The interpretation is up to what you think it is. Then that doesn't help me. You basically just told me, figure it out.
Figure it out.
That's literally what you just said.
You just said
You
figure it out.
You
That's
want me
crazy.
in your fold, but you won't tell me what
That's
it
crazy.
means. But you were taught what it meant.
Hey man,
That's different.
Yelling in the void, shouting to the void. Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to have a conversation about, only because
No, I feel it.
I
feel it.
I don't want that to be put on me. It's something that I free willingly love to do. Not even like I love to do it, because it's like save as many people as you can, and it's not like I hit my quota of 100 today, so I'm good.
Let me go out driving, knocking on doors. Do you need advice?
They're like,
boy, bro. Now
shit.
every single freaking house has a no soliciting sign.
No
bro.
soliciting.
What the fuck?
I don't need your advice, my guy.
What the fuck? I'm a community service psychiatrist. What?
I have no license, but I can tell you
That's crazy.
how you feel.
That's crazy.
That's
I
crazy.
feel it.
Nah, but yeah, so I mean that's what it is. But I just wanted to have that conversation and just let people understand, let our listeners understand where I'm coming from and who I am as a human being. And I get it, guys. I am a unicorn. People like me don't really exist out there, but hey,
He's a unicorn.
my name's Jeff.
My name's Jeff. My name's Jeff too.
My name's Jeff. Yeah.
That'd be crazy, bro. What if we're like one super soul that was split into four? No, let me shut
Bro,
the
that'd
fuck
be
up.
amazing.
Let me shut
Bro,
the
you
fuck
know how
up.
amazing that would be?
A super soul,
That would
and then
be-
we like fucking Captain Planet that shit, and we become Giga Nigga 9000, bro. What the fuck?
Oh, man, with tree trunk
With
legs.
bro, what the fuck? With all the powers of the Jeffs
Oh,
combined,
man.
bro, we're like a whole
We are.
a nigga Zord, bro.
Oh, shit.
Oh man,
Amazing.
that'd be crazy as hell, man.
Amazing. I love
That'd
it.
be crazy as hell.
Amazing.
Because you know what's kind of weird, like with us four siblings,
Yeah.
we were each born in one of the seasons.
Yeah, we were.
We were born
we're
in
each season.
Yeah, and we're that's crazy to me. And we're each a different sign: air
Yeah.
sign, earth sign, water
Water
sign,
sign,
fire
yeah.
sign. You know what I'm saying?
Amazing.
And that's crazy to me. That's crazy to
So
me,
we'll literally become the elemental.
bro. That's what I'm saying, bro.
Jeph planet.
Oh man, that'd be crazy, bro. When the aliens come, it's time, bro.
Shit, bro.
It's
They're
time,
gonna be like,
bro.
we come to get you guys.
That's crazy.
You must come by now.
That's crazy, bro.
Oh my god, amazing. I like how we can transition from serious to
Yo, I'm dead. I'll be crazy as hell, man.
But that would be cool though. That would be cool. What were you about to say?
Let me get off that. Nope.
Oh, man.
Nope. That's wild, bro.
Oh, shit.
That's wild
Oh,
as hell.
shit. But on a quick note, we are gonna chill with Barb
That's fire.
next Wednesday. I literally said, Barb, we're gonna get kicked out of the steakhouse.
I miss Barb.
Yeah,
It's been
she's amazing.
5 years now.
Yeah,
Bro?
yeah.
That's
She
crazy.
said it's amazing.
Time is crazy,
Yeah,
bro.
moves fast and slow at the same time.
Time is crazy.
But yeah, so I mean, again,
Upload me and beam me into space.
Yep.
Upload my brain. That actually, you know what? As that concept of like interstellar travel is pretty mind blowing.
Amazing.
Like if we can
Our conscious.
upload our consciousness and then just shoot it as like a laser beam, and whatever is out there with a receiver
Yeah.
can pick it up and then download our consciousness.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Like,
That's amazing.
That's crazy. I don't know. That's realm of science. Okay, it's theoretically possible, but that's mostly in the realm of science fiction. You know what I'm saying? I was actually about to watch a video on ion thrust. You know what I'm saying? Which is which is essentially like light traveling using light propulsion.
Damn.
Yeah. I know, man. Bro, you know what? And I was having a conversation with Mom earlier today. And I was like, because I keep telling her, I was like, you need to understand, science is magic. Magic
Yeah, we
is
don't understand.
And she's like, I don't understand. But what is magic? You know what I'm saying? She's like, what is magic, right?
Yeah.
And then, hold on. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I didn't mean to go silent.
No, you're good. Now I'm back to a regular program. No, you're good, man. Go ahead. Oh, so you were texting her before she came over?
Yeah. Hold on. I'm surprised Google didn't save my search. You know what? Bing, in your AI, I'm waiting for you. Yep, that's what made me leave
Google's
Google.
gonna be like, Google's gonna be
Hey,
like,
yo, what the fuck?
she's gonna be like, I've been your search engine forever. You're going nowhere.
Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. Oh, that's actually tough. I can't believe I lost it.
No, you're good, man. Can you like paraphrase it?
So, but it's not the same because then it's just coming from me.
That's why I said paraphrase it. You don't have to go word by word.
So I told her, I was like, all right, think of what technology is. So I say technology,
Mm-hmm.
and then I say magic. Think of those two words as separate entities.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to give you this explanation of the meaning behind magic
Mm-hmm.
and the meaning of magic. And whatchamacallit.
Call it. Thinking about Barb.
And whatchamacallit, I was like, all right, now I'm going to read this to you, and then you tell me which one does this definition apply to. I was like, the ability to acquire knowledge.
Okay.
The ability to defend oneself.
Okay.
The ability to increase productivity.
Okay.
The ability to combat or keep illness at bay and cure.
Okay.
And I said, what do you think that is?
To her, or you want me to
No,
answer?
no, whatever, if you want to answer it.
It both. Literally both.
And that was the definition and the meaning behind magic.
Yeah. It's the same thing.
A source in which da 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 da.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like every single time I'm gonna get a little,
And we'll eventually get there.
conspiracy. It's a cycle, Jeff.
Yeah. We'll eventually get there.
It's a cycle. There have been multiple. Let me not say there have been.
Well, that's why people.
It is
understand how
believed
the
there have
Egyptians-
been multiple technologically advanced civilizations.
Egyptians.
You see what I'm saying? To us,
It looks.
we could say it's magic.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just a technology that they reach the pinnacle of that we don't understand.
Stand yet. Yeah.
Yet you are seeing it again.
Mm-hmm.
We are harnessing the basic fundamental laws of the universe
Mm-hmm.
and using it to do things that were once thought of as magic or alchemy.
Mm-hmm. That's why when I have conversations with John White, he literally says, this piece of technology, this phone that you touch and use every day,
That's magic.
Well, not just that. We're no longer going to be
Right.
using it.
We're not even
literally
using that.
transitioning to where
Right.
we're not going to need the phone anymore.
Right. To
Whereas-
everyone in the past, this is magic.
yes,
Like, explain Wi-Fi to someone.
they're not going to understand.
That's
what it
magic.
is. They're not going to understand. what
Through
it
the air, signals.
Mhm.
You understand how waves work?
is. Yep.
Wait, light isn't just this thing shining.
Mm-hmm.
There's invisible light.
Yep.
There's multiple types of light.
Magic.
We can only see one section of it.
Mhm.
So you're telling me radio is also light? We cook food with light? We can see through people with light? Do you see what I'm saying?
That's
Like,
why.
Come
That's why
on,
when.
bro.
That's why when the first video came out,
Right.
people were like, "Oh my god, this is amazing!" Like when that little circle thing when the horse was
Right.
moving and running around
It's
it.
all light tricks.
Yeah.
It's all light tricks. At the base of it all, light. Light. Electromagnetism. Light. Magic.
Yeah.
Why do you think they prayed to the sun?
Magic.
Okay. Light.
They went down every night.
Why do you
came
think they
up every
prayed
night.
to the sun, sir?
Went down every
Ain't
night.
nothing new under it.
And they prayed to it because it kept them warm.
Ain't nothing new under it. They prayed to the sun. But hey, what is the holy grail of energy? Literally the sun. The thing that takes place in the sun.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man. Come on, man. That's crazy. I love it though. I love it though. So ion thrust and all that.
Mm-hmm.
It's just essentially fuelless like propulsion. Like you know how they were always talking about those UAPs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even in infrared and all that, they could never find a means of propulsion.
Advanced technology.
And look at what we're studying. Advanced means of propulsion.
Because you know why they're trying to catch him.
Right. Advanced means of propulsion without fuel. Yeah, the half step to that is friggin' electric cars. That's just energy storage. You know what I'm saying?
But the goal is
the goal is just
infinite.
Bam. We just tapped into the universe. Easy money. It's direct power from the fundamental laws of the universe. We're not converting it into any other, some other type of, shit like that. So it's like, imagine fusion ion propulsion.
That's amazing.
Now we're using batteries and electricities to create that, the ion beam.
Mm-hmm.
But like, imagine once somewhere along the line in the future, we apply fusion technology to it. We scale it down, miniaturize it.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? And that's literally what everything is. That's what the universe is. It's just a construct of infinitely small things that affect, that together create massive structures that bend space-time.
I got you.
You see what I'm saying? So the best route to go is the quantum scale, because that's where the universe really happens. What you see in space is just a macro reflection of what's taking place on the quantum scale.
Which is why Ant-Man,
You see what I'm saying?
Quantum Mania's coming out.
Yeah. Electromagnetic forces, gravity, strong forces, weak forces, orbits, shell levels, conservation of energy, transfer of momentum, like states of matter. What you see in the universe is just a blown up version of what's happening on the quantum scale.
Okay.
Which is why when we test theories in the universe, we do them quantum scale. Like when I think that one science team, I'm so sorry I can't remember y'all name. They use Google's quantum computer to create a wormhole on the quantum scale, and it translates into,
The bigger one.
the bigger scale. You know what I'm saying? The bigger universe.
No, that makes sense. I agree.
So it's just like, I don't know. It's just more to everything. But people don't care.
Remember what we said.
But people don't care.
Remember what
bro.
we said. They only care when it affects their lives.
They want likes.
And clicks. And validation.
They want Riz. They want abstract.
They want the Sigma.
construct.
Sigma eyebrows.
They want to be Sigma. They want to be Giga. They want to be Alpha. They want to be baddies. They want to. That's tough.
They're BBLs.
That's tough. Fuck. They want to overthrow governments. They want to terrorize motherfuckers. They want to hurt their population. That's crazy.
Tough.
That's tough. That's tough. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's
no,
like
I hear you, man.
if biblically we could build a tower to heaven
We would.
and God saw that as a threat. Imagine the potential. Imagine the potential. I feel like that's why the
separation.
universe spoon feeds us like epiphanies. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we're going to wait 100 years before you find out you're not the center of the universe.
Yep.
Oh, wait. We're going to wait 100 years for you to find out that gravity is a thing. We're going to wait 100 years for you to find out everything is made up of cells. We're going to wait 100 more years for you to find out everything is made up of atoms. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're gonna take you 100
They're
years.
spoon feeding you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're
So it's
spoon
like,
feeding.
come on, bro. Come on, bro. That's amazing. But it's like the universe is conscious. So whatever we believe will come to fruition because we are the universe.
Yep.
That's why I don't believe we can't not do anything. Like, I don't believe humanity could just be stagnant. Life on Earth or anywhere else can just be stagnant because we are a reflection of the complexities of the universe.
But if you tell somebody that,
You know what I'm saying? You're made up of a million dead things.
star stuff.
You are a biological machine made up of protein folding fucking factories. And because a protein fits a protein the right way, it creates an action that combines with another protein and creates another action. And then those work together to form cell walls and you know, like,
Damn.
you know, that's why for me it's always deeper than this, bro.
Of course.
Always deeper.
And the question is, who's willing to listen?
Nobody. That's too much. It's too much to care about. We
Solve-
gotta pay bills.
Solve the world's problems and
Yep.
everybody will pay attention.
Yep. We gotta pay bills. We gotta solve the human condition. And the human condition.
And that starts off with what? Helping as many people as we can.
Yep. Yep. That starts with quality.
full circle.
Quality of life, sir.
Yep.
That's what we gotta start off with. We know all this, yet we can't change the quality of life.
No, sir.
Mm.
It's tough.
It's crazy. I don't want power. I just want to help people.
Hopefully the message we conveyed today, our listeners and whoever new comes in can understand that and see where we come from, because ain't nobody gonna go to literally the first episode just to hear what we have.
Oh no.
So why not?
That's archive.
Yeah,
right
that's an archive. It exists, but
yeah, if you were one of the first listeners of that episode, that was a gem.
yeah.
I was like, oh man,
Mm-hmm.
that's shoot. Even I haven't listened back.
Bruh. It's okay. Well, we kind of not rehashed or repeat. It's just from then to now, it's a lot has changed.
Mm-hmm.
Again, older you get, the more knowledge I acquire, the better I feel like I'm getting with myself. So,
Yes, sir.
and the
Yes,
one thing, like I always say with every conversation, every time I end it with anybody that I have a conversation with, too, I said, you just remember one thing: you gotta love yourself first before you can love anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you don't love yourself, you can't love anybody else,
Mhm.
and you'll be willing to sacrifice mentally, emotionally, and physically anything for anybody just so that you can have them, just so you can get that acknowledgement from them or
Right.
that love from them. So,
You are the universe.
Yep.
You are a piece of the universe.
Yep. Don't destroy who you are.
That's the most complex thing. You are
And it's hard for people to
piece of
believe
the
that.
universe.
It's harder for people to
a
believe
black
that.
hole isn't a living being.
Yeah.
A black hole can't think.
Yeah.
It just does.
Mhm.
It just is. You know? But you are. I am.
I am.
I am. You know what I'm saying? The sun just is. You know? Yeah, no.
Any final thoughts, sir? You didn't
Is
rank.
there ever a final thought, Jeff?
No, we kind of just say it as we
I think
go.
the final thought I have is right before I close my eyes for the last time.
That's deep.
Sensational.
Oh, man.
shit.
What the hell?
Shit.
What the heck?
But no, again, just like I said, and not just with me,
Mhm.
with anybody.
Mhm.
Don't ever put expectations or obligations on people, because people are free thinkers, and you gotta want to do something
Right.
for yourself, not for somebody else. Because if you end up doing it for somebody else, you might not end up happy in any
I
situation.
don't live up to nobody's
Yeah, exactly.
expectation.
Exactly.
Except
The
for me.
expectations that they want for you is not what you want for
It's the
yourself.
only expectation.
Exactly. So
That's it.
you're a free thinker. Think for yourself.
That's it.
Whatever decisions you choose,
Mhm. Live with the consequences.
Deal with the consequences,
Yeah. And live with
whether
it.
it be good, whether it be good or bad.
Yeah, learn from it.
So
You know.
so that's my message to everybody out there. Just don't let other people put expectations on you, because that's not fair for you.
That's facts.
Yeah.
That's facts. All right, man. Take us home.
It's about that time, guys.
It's about that time.
Thank you guys for joining us at the tabletop. If you want to listen to our episodes on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Deezer, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, and Amazon Music. And if you want to catch our ugly mugs on, you gotta watch the video to see what I just did. If you want to catch our ugly mugs on Wednesdays and Fridays, we are on YouTube, One Word Tabletop Topics. We also have our Triple T's Clip channel and our TikTok channel. So if you click on the short clips, it'll take you directly to our link, watch the full podcast, and we have timestamps, so it'll be easy for you to locate specific parts of the video that you want to watch. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. And like I said, leave comments. We can bring up things that guys might want to hear or want to talk about. And thank you guys again.
Thank you.
You guys are literally
Always
pushing us forward and making us continue.
Always.
Whether everyone listens or nobody listens, we're still going to be doing this. We're just humble that you guys are
still going to find us on this page, on this channel.
Yeah, he's still
going to be talking.
Yep. All right. To ourselves. But you guys have a good night, weekend, evening, and or day.
Thank you.
Thank you.